Hello and welcome to the channel, where today we're walking straight into the Japanese wilderness with a place that's suddenly become one of the most dangerous on Earth. Dawn in Hokkaido, a 76-year-old man in a bright orange jacket and muddy rain boots climbs into a green van plastered with handmade stickers that read, "On Bear Patrol." His name is Haruo Ikegami, and for the last 40 years he's been the thin, aging line between a small town and hundreds of brown bears that have decided human neighborhoods make excellent all-you-can-eat buffets. Every morning he checks steel cage traps baited with deer meat, drives the back roads with a walkie-talkie crackling warnings, and if he's needed, shoulders a rifle and does what almost no one else in Japan is still willing to do: pull the trigger. Because Japan is in the middle of a full-blown bear crisis, and it's getting worse by the week. This year alone, at least 13 people have been mauled to death, and more than 200 injured. Bears are strolling into supermarkets, raiding schoolyards, picking persimmons from suburban gardens like they own the place. Entire towns have imposed dusk-to-dawn curfews. Schools have shut down. The U.S. and U.K. embassies are issuing travel warnings. The Japanese military, yes, the actual self-defense forces, has been deployed to hunt bears. And in the hardest-hit areas, grandfathers like Ikegami are the only things standing between terrified residents and animals that can stand 7 feet tall and weigh half a ton. The numbers are staggering. Hokkaido's brown bear population has more than doubled in 30 years to almost 12,000. Asiatic black bears in Honshu are exploding too. Climate change is starving them of nuts and berries, so they're marching into villages looking for calories. At the same time, rural Japan is literally disappearing. Shrinking populations, abandoned farms, empty houses, creating perfect highways for bears straight into the suburbs. And the traditional barrier? Hunters. But Japan's hunting licenses have plummeted from hundreds of thousands to barely 60,000 nationwide, and the average age is now over 70. Young people aren't picking up rifles. They're moving to Tokyo. So you get scenes that sound like horror movies. A bear smashing through a convenience store door at 2 a.m., another charging a school bus, an 84-year-old hunter named Katsuo Harada, who once had his face ripped open by a bear he was trying to kill, eye and ear hanging off, fist shoved down the animal's throat to choke it while it mauled him, somehow survive and tell the story and still going out every dawn with his apprentices because someone has to. Ikegami puts it bluntly. Without hunters like me who will save the town, the government is scrambling. They've loosened gun laws for riot police, sent the army with tranquilizer guns, and started paying massive bounties. But the bears keep coming, and every solution has a catch. Conservationists beg for non-lethal options: bear-proof trash bins, electric fences, relocating problem animals, planting food forests far from towns. Hunters and locals shoot back. We can't coexist with animals that kill children. One Buddhist monk who survived a mauling because his dog scared the bear away now carries a carving knife everywhere and says, "Respect them, yes. Live next door? No." The footage is wild. Bears casually walking past shutter shops, cubs playing on playground slides, mothers charging cars that get too close. One viral clip shows a bear strolling into a 7-Eleven, grabbing snacks off the shelf, and leaving like it paid. Another has a 700-pound brown bear raiding a family's koi pond at breakfast time, while the homeowners watch in horror from the kitchen window. And the human stories break your heart. A grandmother killed picking mushrooms. A construction worker mauled in his own driveway. A little boy who will carry scars for life after a bear wandered into his schoolyard. Every attack is a reminder these aren't cartoon teddy bears. Hokkaido browns are basically grizzlies. One swipe can take your head off. Yet there's also profound respect. Hunters like Ikegami and Harada bow to every bear they kill, thanking it for its life the way their fathers taught them. Conservationist Hiro Tamatani runs Picchio Wildlife, using Karelian bear dogs. Fearless canines trained to chase bears away without harming them, and GPS collars to track and redirect problem animals. He says, bears aren't monsters. They're hungry neighbors we forgot how to live beside. But hunger doesn't care about philosophy. When acorns fail and winter comes early, bears don't read the "please stay in the forest" signs. They follow their noses straight to town. So Japan stands at a crossroads. cull aggressively and risk wiping out a species that's part of the national soul, or find a way to share the land with animals that never agreed to the peace treaty in the first place. For now, men like Haruo Ikegami start every morning the same way: orange jacket, walkie-talkie, rifle in the trunk, and a quiet prayer that today the traps are empty, because if they're not, someone has to pull the trigger. Drop a bear face if this story gave you chills. Light a candle emoji for everyone, human and bear, caught in this impossible clash. And subscribe because Japan's bear war is only getting started. See you in the next one. Stay safe out there, and maybe don't hike alone.